6 natural ways to overcome depression. Depression is a mood disorder where you feel extremely low, lacking energy, and you may feel a sense of hopelessness and apathy where you simply don't care anymore. You may lose interest in your hobbies and activities that usually make you feel happy. You may also feel guilty for how you feel and think that there's something wrong with you that you don't know how to fix. And some people stop taking care of their bodies, eating too much or too little, which can cause rapid weight gain or weight loss. Originally, doctors believed that depression was caused by a simple chemical imbalance in the brain, and they therefore treated it with antidepressant medications. However, modern research shows us that depression is actually multifaceted, and it's usually caused by a combination of different problems, such as not getting enough deep sleep, which can cause certain hormones to become out of balance. Nutritional deficiencies from not eating the right food can make your blood sugars unstable, which leads to depression. Taking certain medications, substance abuse, or alcohol can affect how the brain works. And other factors in depression may include the loss of a loved one or perhaps a painful breakup which triggers grief, a type of depression. Or it could be an imbalance in your microbiome and not having enough friendly microbes in your gut. And perhaps the most common cause of depression is being burnt out from prolonged states of anxiety or stress. No matter the cause of your depression, there are some very simple methods that you can use to overcome depression permanently, because your brain and your nervous system have the ability to reset, adapt, and heal themselves as long as you make some simple changes in your life. In this video, we'll be exploring the 8 most effective ways to overcome depression and bring you back into a state of balance and peace. Just a quick reminder, this video is for educational purposes only, so do speak to your doctor or therapist if you have any medical or mental health concerns. The first step to overcoming depression is improving your sleep. Studies show us that people with depression usually have low levels of brain-derived neurotrophic factor, also known as BDNF, in their brains. BDNF is one of the most important molecules in the brain, which helps your brain cells to send messages to each other so that you can think clearly, have better memory and recall, and be more mentally alert and happy. BDNF improves brain plasticity. Simply put, it helps your brain adapt to stress, emotions, and chemical changes in order to keep it working normally. You can boost your BDNF by getting at least 8 hours of sleep every single night. Make it a habit to go to bed an hour earlier, turn off your phone and devices, and make the room as dark as you possibly can. This will tell your brain it's time to rest and reset. Number 2 is L-tryptophan. If you wish, you can start taking 250 milligrams of tryptophan about 45 minutes before you go to bed. This will help you to get a deeper night's sleep, but it will also improve your mood during the following day. You see, tryptophan is an amino acid, which we often get from foods like turkey, pumpkin seeds, collard greens, salmon, etc. When we consume tryptophan, it crosses the blood-brain barrier, and it's converted into the happy hormone called serotonin. Serotonin is a natural antidepressant made in your brain, and it improves your mood and reduces stress and feelings of anxiety. Your brain also converts serotonin into melatonin, the neurotransmitter that regulates your sleep cycles in order to restore your body and your mind during the night. If you do decide to take L-tryptophan, make sure that it is on an empty stomach, as eating other proteins can prevent it from being absorbed properly. If you're finding this information helpful at all, please hit the like, subscribe, and turn all notifications on to stay updated with my latest health and nutrition tips. Coming back now to number 3, which is extremely important: sunlight. As I mentioned earlier, people who have depression are usually burnt out from experiencing too much stress, anxiety, or emotional baggage. Prolonged mental stress causes physical and chemical changes in your brain and nervous system, which leads to low mood and depression. So to start rewiring your brain and bringing everything back to normal, it's absolutely essential that you go outside and you get more sunshine. When sunlight enters your eyes, it stimulates part of your retina that tells your brain to make and store more serotonin, which is the happy hormone. This is why people feel much better, calmer and happier when they're sunbathing on a beautiful beach, for example. Also, when the ultraviolet B rays from the sunlight touches your skin, it reacts with a protein and turns into vitamin D, the most important nutrient of all. Vitamin D helps to boost BDNF that we discussed earlier in order to renew your brain structure. It also supports your immune system in making your body more resistant to diseases and infections. So go outside and start taking walks for at least 45 minutes every day, exposing your arms and your lower legs if possible to the sunlight. If you can, walk in areas where there's lots of trees and plant life. Trees release essential oils into the air which we breathe in. These have a very relaxing and uplifting effect on the central nervous system and help us to reconnect with nature, as it is a part of us that we often neglect as humans. If you can't get enough sunlight in the winter, you can use a light therapy device at home. These are relatively inexpensive light boxes that emit 10,000 lux of light. You simply sit in front of this for 20 to 30 minutes each morning, and it's very effective at reducing depression, especially seasonal affective disorder. Now, let's talk about number 4, which is probiotic foods. To overcome either depression or anxiety, you should definitely start to eat a serving of probiotic foods at least 3 times per week. Fermented foods are rich in live, friendly microbes called probiotics that colonize and live inside your gut. We call this the microbiome. These friendly bacteria and friendly yeasts actually produce B vitamins in your intestine, like vitamin B1, B3, etc. All of these help to stabilize your mood and keep your blood sugars under control. Friendly microbes in your microbiome also produce neurotransmitters like serotonin, dopamine, melatonin, GABA, and acetylcholine, which are used by your brain to regulate your mood and your cognition. Without further ado, some of the healthiest and richest sources of probiotics I recommend eating include kefir, kimchi, and sauerkraut. Eating these regularly will introduce more friendly strains of microbes into your body, which also helps to fix any digestive problems that you have, like constipation or IBS. I'd also like to add nutritional yeast to this list, eating 2 to 3 tablespoons per day. This superfood is loaded with B vitamins and prebiotics that will feed your existing microbes. Number 5 is to help with the psychological aspects of depression, journaling. When you're depressed, it can be very difficult to lift up your thoughts, and you may feel a thick cloud over your mind that's blocking all of your good. An excellent therapy technique that you can use is to take a fresh new notebook and start writing down your thoughts and feelings. Put pen to paper and start writing how you feel today without being too judgmental. Give yourself some slack. We're all human, so please don't be too hard on yourself. Write down whatever you feel you need to. After offloading your thoughts on paper, start writing down 6 things that you're grateful for and positive things to help shift your energy onto something helpful. For example, you may appreciate the rays of sunshine coming through the window or the smell of a good meal. This will help to shift your focus onto positive things, building new connections in your brain of happiness and joy. You may also want to write down a few of your new goals, such as getting more sleep, walking outside, or eating some sauerkraut. The key here is to start visualizing your happiness and emotionally bonding with that image. That's how real change is made. Number 6 is very practical, that involves eating mineral-rich foods. People with clinical depression usually don't consume enough essential minerals from their food, especially zinc, chromium, or magnesium. Zinc is needed to help build dopamine. This is a neurotransmitter that makes you feel pleasure and happiness. You can get more zinc into your diet by eating red meat, shellfish perhaps once a week, watermelon seeds, and dark chocolate. Magnesium is another key mineral and a natural antidepressant which comes from all of the leafy green vegetables, as it's at the heart of chlorophyll, along with avocados and pumpkin seeds. Finally, chromium is a trace mineral found in nutritional yeast, green beans, broccoli and lettuce, and this helps to keep your blood sugar stable, preventing mood swings and different symptoms of depression. Be sure to cut out sugary foods and refined grains like bread, cereal, soda, fruit juice, donuts, etc. All of these refined foods deplete your minerals and can make your depression much worse. As you can see, there are many different actions that you can take to start improving and coming out of a depressive state. You may want to watch this video through a few times and take notes. Try implementing just 1 or 2 of these steps each week. I'd also like to mention that it's very important that you spend time with people who love you and make you feel happy and connected. Humans are sociable creatures and we need to feel connected even if you're quite introverted. So please make time to see friends, family, or even make new friends by going to social clubs and events. Start doing things that make you laugh, make you smile, and make you feel good, because this will boost endorphins, feel-good chemicals made by your pituitary gland and hypothalamus in your brain. Remember that overcoming depression takes time, so go easy on yourself and take notice of what works for you and then do more of those things. By following these 6 natural antidepressive methods, you will increase neuroplasticity and your brain and nervous system will slowly begin to make structural changes and build new neural pathways. Over time, you'll feel happier, more uplifted, and achieve a better state of calm mental focus. Please consult with your doctor before taking any supplements or making any sudden changes if you're taking antidepressant drugs already. As I've mentioned a couple of times now, depression is caused by many different factors, but often the root of it comes from anxiety that's been suppressed. So much for watching my video today, and as always, I wish you great health, wealth, and happiness.